Hey, your buddy Peace and Harmony here with you here again. People pleasing and the narcissist Psychopath2. Sorry, we had some video interruptions. We were looking at the payoff that we were receiving when dealing and staying with the narcissist or the psychopath. Sometimes this can be difficult to see, sometimes it can be difficult to accept, and it can be difficult to acknowledge that we had a role to play in this abusive relationship. Not that we perpetrated or caused the abuse, not that we wanted the abuse, but the perhaps the idea that we permitted it to happen. You know, oftentimes we were immature. If it happened as a child, we absolutely positively, we were powerless in the situation. I mean, even as teenagers, young adults, in 20s, we are powerless over the situation. We don't have the tools. We don't know anything else other than pleasing this person in our life. We don't know any other role. It was absolutely positively required of us. It was demanded of us. There was no other option. There was no other way out. It absolutely had to become our life, and our life was not our own. Essentially was the hardship there is, life was not our own. We were not in an empowered situation. We were focused, and our life purpose was on taking care of the needs of another, be it their physical needs, their emotional needs, their spiritual needs. We had to be there for them, and we had to neglect ourselves, our own needs, our own desires, our own gifts and talents, our own guidance. We had to forgo everything. We had to sacrifice everything. We had to let all that go for their sake, and that is not, I believe, how life is meant to be lived. Yes, you can serve and protect others. Yes, you can be there, but it has to be on equal footing. Otherwise, once these scales truly begin to tip and truly begin to go awry, then dysfunction and disharmony begins to set in, and this people-pleasing sort of circumstance can create a whole bunch of pain, anguish, destruction, financial devastation as well, and for one, a great amount of time wasted, money wasted, materials wasted, families broken up. It has so much to do with hurt and destruction, and putting an end to it has to do with identifying that our role is no longer there to serve that purpose anymore. Identifying that is your number one goal at this point, in realizing that was the payoff. That was what you were taking out of the circumstance. That's what you had to do in order to survive. But now that you are a little bit further on down the path, realize that the same payoff for remaining in that role is no longer there. You have acknowledged, you have knowledge now, you have wisdom, and the tools now need to become yours. You need to sever those ties, go no contact, begin to work on yourself and live your own life. It is a very discomfortable thing, uncomfortable in many ways, but yet that is what you deserve. That's what you require. That's what you want. And it's hard if you've been with a narcissist or a psychopath for some time. It's difficult to know what you want. In fact, I find a lot of people, they just don't know what they want. They're so they're so molded to taking care of another person that it's foreign for them and almost impossible for them to take care of themselves. And that's an atrocity. That has to be corrected, and that is the whole goal of this channel, is to provide tools and solutions so that does not continue and the cycle is broken. It absolutely positively can turn and change around for you. It's identifying the payoff that was keeping you locked in and stuck, and now begin to work on removing those boundaries. Those boundaries have to be removed once you've exposed the psychopath and the narcissist. It's just you have now identified that you can't exist in that situation anymore. You deserve better. You're a great person. You're a marvelous heart and caring and love for people, and you need it to go towards someone who can really reciprocate and acknowledge you and treat you fairly and you have a two-way street in your relationship, not a one-way street where you're constantly having to take care of another person. There's no longer any payoff. You're not responsible for them. You're not responsible for their evolution emotionally. That is not why you're here on this earth, to only take care of them. You're here to live your life and be free and be happy. That is what it's all about. And as I mentioned, this can be foreign to a lot of people. It's foreign. We're not used to living this way. We're used to focusing on the other person and their needs, yet it's not working. It's time to create a separation of those ties, create the distance, and begin on your own path and your own journey to self-discovery and self-exploration. What makes you happy? Who are the new people who you can meet who will acknowledge and reflect the happier part of you, and begin to enjoy all the great things that life has to offer. There are many great things to enjoy in this life, from just peace and quiet, contentment and solitude, towards harmonious and beautiful and empathic relationships. Seeing the beautiful things of the world, meeting beautiful people, celebrating life, good food, good music, good art, good books, good literature, good laughs. There's so many things to partake in life, and those can be yours. Identify the role that you were serving, the payoff that you were getting by taking care of this other person. Realize you're no longer captive. You're no longer under their spell. You're no longer their underling. You are you, and you are free. Hope these tools and this skill set begins to make sense for you, and you can now reinvent yourself to becoming the person you've always wanted to be, and meeting others who you can truly enjoy and live harmoniously with. Peace out. Please subscribe for more great tools, benefits, and discussion.